Alright, I'm going to make a few videos about this site here, Codenvy. I just think it's pretty cool that you can, I'm not sponsored by them or anything, but that you can, I think it's cool that you can basically have access to a Linux box for free. I use it just to test out code that I'm like, don't really want to run on my machine. I don't have to set up a VM on my machine or pay for some server to run it. So it's nice for testing, and you can also test out if you're unfamiliar with Linux. It's a good place to go try out some Linux stuff. You can rent some very cheap servers from different places, but for like $5 a month. But this is free. It's good to get started. I don't know if it'll be free forever, but for now it is. There's other sites that are similar to this that provide free services as well, just like this. But I like this one. So I am going to. When you log in, you'll see this dashboard, and then the first thing I'm going to do is create a workspace, and I'm going to be working with Node. Okay. So you might think, okay, let's make a Node default stack here, which is fine. That'll work. But first of all, it's an older version of Node, and you could, I believe, create your own stacks as well. Yeah, you could build stacks, add stacks, and stuff. But I'm just talking about the default stacks here, and the default Node stack is has Node 7, which I'm going to upgrade anyways. So what I want to do is actually use the PHP stack, and the reason I'm using that is because it has MySQL already installed, and yeah, you can install it yourself as well, but I'd rather not have to do that, so I'm going to use the PHP stack. Okay, so I'll select PHP, it's fine, and click create. Okay, so this takes a minute and to start up your workspace and get it all set up. And yeah, I don't think it'll take too long. While I'm waiting for that, I can go over a few things. So I'm going to open this workspaces in a new tab. And okay, it looks like it's running now. But let me open this really quick. So when you're in this menu, you can click on your workspace and get to some more settings. The main setting you'll probably want to look at is servers. It shows you how you can access any servers that are running on your machine. I'm not going to click on this. I don't know if it has private information on there. And another thing you might want to access, but you don't need to get an SSH key, because there's another way to get one, is here. And it'll provide your SSH key. If you do get an SSH key from this menu here, which I'm not going to click on because I think it shows your SSH key, I don't want to deal with changing it. When you do click on this menu to get your SSH key, it will provide you with two options to copy it. Make sure you just copy it manually by selecting like that. If you click on the copy button, it will copy it in a single line and it won't work, and I'll have another video about that, but for now let's move on. Okay, so project started. I have my terminal here that I can use, run any Linux command. So the way it works is you get a workspace, and then you can create projects in the workspace, when the projects are basically just folders. So if I can go to workspace, create project, or I can click create project here. There's, I believe, a little bit more to them than just being folders, but just for basic use, just folders. So I'll create a node project and click create. And you can see when you do that, it gives you a HTTP server that responds with hello world. So, if I want to run this, I can I open in terminal here? I'm not sure. But anyways, so your projects will be in the root directory, projects, slash, and then you'll be in this directory you see here, which contains test. I believe, right? Yeah. So there's test. Let me see, why wasn't that working? There we go. I don't know what happened there. And this should have hello.js. And then I can run this. And it runs a server. Let me just comment this out and run just a console log test. Just make sure Node's working. Yep, it's working. Okay. So again, this server, when you run this server, you're going to want to look, if you want to access it from another machine, you're going to want to look in the servers tab, and it will give you the HTTP server address or host name, and you would use that as well as the port. Okay, so that's that. What else? Oh yes. So another important thing. So this does come with MySQL installed, the PHP stack. Let's see what version. How do you check that? Okay, so so you might get an error when you first start it up, and this is, I think, anytime you start the server. And what I mean by that is when it's idle for 10 minutes, it shuts down or goes to sleep. Not sure which of the two it is, but basically, after it's idle for 10 minutes, you haven't run any commands, you haven't run any files. It will the server will shut down basically, and I believe every time that you come into this back into your workspace and try to run it, start it again, it will have this error, I think. So all you need to do is do sudo service MySQL and then restart. And that'll restart your MySQL server or MySQL server, and then you can run MySQL. And now it's giving me a different error and you would log in as root to begin with. So MySQL dash user root, and there you go, and we're in. What version is it? 5.7. Okay, that's fine. So I'm gonna get out of that. Okay. Actually, did that show anything? Just double check. Yeah, there's nothing. Okay, that's fine. All right, so that's that. Let's see, what else? Oh yeah, you want to upgrade Node, basically, because the version of Node that comes on here, is it dash dash, is 6, and really, that's really old. You probably want a newer version than that. I usually go with whatever the newest long-term support version is. And right now I'll show how to upgrade that. It's not too hard. So you'd want to go to the Node website, and since this is running Ubuntu, you would want to follow the instructions for Ubuntu. I don't know why this isn't working. Node.js site is down right now, huh? Let me try it again. There it goes. So as you can see, right now, as of this recording, the latest long-term support version is 10, so that's the one that I would use. That way you don't have to upgrade immediately when there's a new version, due to all kinds of security stuff. So let's see. What you want to do is go to other downloads, I believe, and you want to go down here to installing Node via package manager. Node is loading slow, and we're using these boxes run on Ubuntu, at least as of now. So we'd go with these instructions, and okay, so it says official Node binary distributions are provided by Node source. So click this link. Hopefully it works. And you just want to go down to version 10. Remember the long-term support version, and then you can just run these commands in order, just like this. Just copy them. Okay, so when I copied it like that, just be aware when you copy both of them, it'll run the first one and then it'll paste the second one in after that's finished running. So I'll do that. Or you can just copy them in one at a time. Oh, and by the way, there's an old version of npm with the old version of Node. So when you upgrade Node, it'll, as you can see here, it deletes. It says somewhere it's deleting. Oh, right here, old npm client. So it upgrades that. So we'll check our Node version again. Cool. And npm is now, I believe, the latest version. You could upgrade that as well, but I'm not going to worry about it. It always complains to you at some point to upgrade it, and then that's usually when I do it. Okay, so I got the latest version of Node. MySQL works. That's the basic setup for this, and I'm going to make a few more videos regarding how to SSH into this machine. You can get the instructions here, but I'll make a video about that. And what else? Probably make a video about SCP copying files over, although I might do that in the same video. But anyways, thanks for watching, and watch out for the or look out for the other videos regarding this. All right, thanks.